And now they're doing a revival of $100,000 pyramid, which is pay your house your property tax pyramid, hosted by Michael Strahan.
Yeah, so you live in New Hartford.
So they didn't really take into account the whole thing of what is it there? Inflation.
Yeah. Right. Think about it. How could you call it anything else, though?
After taxes, you're still in debt pyramid.
Yeah.
That's a really good point, though.
Mad Men is, if you've followed Mad Men, if you became a Mad Men fan, which was on AMC, right?
Yes.
Is that the network that it was on? If your New York Post has a story today, and this is really cool. My wife will be all over this because she's a huge Don Draper fan.
Is it Don or John?
Don.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. And who reminds me of Mets pitcher
Harvey?
Harvey. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess
So
a little
you
bit.
look at the two of them. If Don Draper were ever to be pitching, he'd have a 6.0 ERA, and he'd be...
Yeah, he's a superstar on the outside and a train wreck on the inside.
Mad Men fans will soon get the chance to literally walk in Megan Draper's shoes. Literally. Or maybe wear Don Draper's shades. They have been 1,500 props from the award-winning TV program are now being auctioned off starting on Wednesday of next week. On Monday, about 50 items that are up there right now went up online to give fans a taste of what's to come. Prop master Ellen Freund, who worked on the show for all 7 seasons, curated the sale and designed the lots based on the characters. So some things that could be there. Some of the auction highlights: Peggy Olson's blue typewriter, Pete Campbell's Globe bar cart, and both Don Draper and Roger Sterling's Ray-Ban sunglasses will all be online for you to purchase. Some of the other highlights, many pieces are museum-quality items that were previously on display at the Museum of the Moving Image in Queens. The initial bids for most of the items starts at under $100. So you could walk away with something. She expects some of the smaller items, including cufflinks and Betty Draper's kitchenware, to be affordable for the average fan. However, beware. A $5 book from Breaking Bad at this same auction house. A $5 book sold for $65,000.
Was that the book that when you didn't see the show? Remember when Hank was on the toilet?
Oh.
Yeah. I wonder if that's the book.
A $5 book.
Yeah.
Sold for $65,000 just because
it.
it was Breaking Bad. So the same thing probably could happen. Those cufflinks that should go for $10.
Yeah, the starting
end up going for like $50,000. It's crazy.
You know, one of the things, and I actually see it in the picture here, they have a cool Mets banner. I wonder if that's up. It's like a
one of the old 1963, 64 era type.
Very old. What do I want to say? Old-fashioned looking.
Retro.
Yeah, retro. Yeah.
Yeah. There were a lot of those things that were kind of cool on that program. Anyway, that auction goes up on the 1st. We'll put the link up there, but there's stuff up right now. We'll put it up in show notes. There is stuff available right now that you could actually bid on. Is a little bit of a teaser. All right, in studio right now is Phil from the studio, from the radio station. Phil Creighton is going to be teaching at Herkimer College, and I teased everybody by saying, wait till you hear what this course is. It's kind of a unique course, and this is really what community college is really all about. What is the course?
Well, this one is the 200 level. It is actually called Chasing Shadows 201, and it's ghost hunting, basically.
And so you're teaching the art of ghost hunting.
Well, that's the reason why Herkimer College came to us 3 years ago was there's such a demand and such an interest and public interest about all of this. The problem we encountered, and also Herkimer College is reporting, was there are a lot of people that are out there that just know what's going on by what they saw on TV. This leads to a lot of different issues, and the biggest one that we encountered, and why we dedicate a solid 2-hour class to just one aspect of it, is ethics. We encountered so many different problems with certain groups that are out there. There are ones that are comprised of, this is a winner, this one was out by Herkimer, Little Falls. This is comprised of 3 felons convicted of robbery and burglary. But they didn't disclose that, and they're going into people's homes. We found another group that was
Okay, explain. I'm confused. So we're talking about people who are ghost hunters that are. Oh, so they say, "Hey, we'll come into your house,
yes,
and we're going to find out if you really have a ghost." When in reality, they're ransacking the place.
pretty
Pacing
much.
the joint.
Oh, that
And
is awesome.
that's the big issue.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
Well,
that is
reported
really.
on them. So
Yeah, that's interesting.
the big thing with this was
So that hurts the whole.
it's the whole community gets hindered by this.
Yeah.
And our side, our team, we have an academic background in all of this, like me for anthropology and technology, stuff like that.
See, I do believe in that stuff. But what do you say to people like me who believes in none of it? Now, Christine gets mad at me over this, but
Well,
I believe in none of it. I believe certainly anthropology, that's science. But
That's the fun part of this. Come to class and you'll see the same thing.
Okay.
We're going to teach you to be objective.
Well,
when
I
you
could
come
never
into
be
a
objective.
site, that's the problem.
Yeah.
You have people that want to believe or people who want to use the word debunk.
Right.
Debunk from the scientific side means to disprove with ridicule, right? So when someone's debunking it, it's like, oh, we debunked that door. Basically, you're mocking the homeowner, saying, you're too stupid to figure that out.
Well, I don't think they're stupid. I just think they're,
But
they're
when
goofy.
you're using those terms, that's
Yes.
what you're saying from a scientific side.
Right.
Now, we teach straight up objectivity.
Science.
Analytical psychology, anthropology, how to use the equipment properly, and we go out to 3 reportedly haunted sites for this one. We actually go into the field and we take our class and go, okay, this is how it's done.
Yeah.
And you go through and you be objective. Now, if you don't end up with anything that night, that's what you end up with.
Yeah.
Now,
You've ever been in a situation where you went to a house and you found? Have you ever found a ghost?
yes.
You have.
I've been doing this for 15 years now.
And that's the part that I don't believe is possible.
Well, that's the thing.
And that's where
From
I'm
the
the,
objective side, you can't say that you found Bob's ghost.
Right.
You say you found an anomaly. There's strange readings that are causing this recording to happen, that's causing this movement to happen. This is an anomaly. You can measure it, you can quantify it, but you can't say it's Bob's ghost.
Right.
Even if it comes out on the recording saying I'm Bob, there's no correlation between the recording and the energy readings. So you still say there's an anomaly.
And I am the believer, and I'm sorry to be this person, but I'm the person that believes when I hear a tape and it says, "Get out," and you kind of hear that, "Get out." And it sounds kind of like playing a Beatles record backwards. Get out. I believe that's the neighbor's dog barking, and it just came across in a weird way and echoed improperly. So I'm always of the belief that that doesn't exist. Now, I know that, Christine, you don't
Well,
believe.
Phil has
certainly does.
investigated at my old house,
Right.
and found 2 things: one, an anomaly or a couple of anomalies, and also an
Anomaly,
electrical problem.
I'm okay.
That's the big
okay.
part.
That I'm all in
A
agreement
big
with.
electrical
Yeah.
problem.
See, what I always say is everybody gets it sort of wrong a little bit because there are paid parapsychologists that are like 24 years of study, psychologists and stuff like this. But what we do when we go in, it's called a site analyst.
Yeah.
So a paid site analyst usually does a site survey for about $2,500. They check your home for wiring, gas
Sure.
leaks, everything like this. It's the same thing, but since you put that para prefix in front of it, you're free.
All right, well, that's cool. So instead of having to hire a home inspector, you could actually
Drag in
you could
paranormal
actually
investigators.
bring in a ghost,
So
hunter.
so you're saying when you say
save you
free,
$2,500
when you
All
say-
Exactly.
now I'm a believer.
I don't understand. Some people would pay. Some people would pay for that.
Well, they do. Yeah.
No, just for the. So you're saying that people will say because you're para, it's going to be free. That's not the case. I mean, people still charge, right?
No, they don't. Because popular culture has instilled, you listen to ghost hunters on Sci-Fi Channel, anything like that, any investigator who charges is not above board.
So they're
So popular culture has prevented anybody who's actually a paid professional
you
to
can't
get
make
paid.
any money. All right, listen, please, with all due respect, do not take my beliefs as being disrespectful.
No.
All right, you probably think I'm an idiot.
No,
because
we get
I'm
skeptics
ignorant.
all the time, and that's the greatest thing.
Yeah.
You drag you into the class, and you can learn for yourself.
Yeah. I always find whenever there's something that is, I guess maybe you walk away. There are those noises or things that happen, and you wonder, what was that?
Anomalies.
Anomalies. Or the cat climbed up on the counter and knocked the cup off or something like that. But you're right. It's the unexplained. which certainly that is real. There are plenty of unexplained, unidentified flying objects, same type of thing, I guess. So.
Phil was investigating the studio early this morning, and he heard $100.
Yeah, there's an anomaly.
The ghost of Habaika's money.
All right, good stuff. Quick break. We'll come back. Phil, in that program, how do people,
Just
somebody
call
wants
up
to take the course?
Herkimer. I believe it's herkimer.edu/CE.
Yeah.
You'll find the course. You can sign up, register online, or just call up the college and sign up for the course.
All right, good. All right, Bill Cosby. If you've been following any of this Bill Cosby stuff, he's going to have to go to trial. Let's find out the details. All of it coming up next on WIBX.